Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for another episode of Turtle Talk Tuesday. In this week's episode, I am going to continue talking about the Haulathon releases. In last week's video, I showed all of the figures that I found at a Target, and then I did the review of all of the cartoon related figures from the latest Haulathon. So in this week's episode, I'm going to talk about the comic book releases from Haulathon, starting with this big old monster of a figure, this Triceraton Zog. Wow, what a figure this is. He is really, really cool. Very, very tempting to want to get more of these, but I'm trying to hold off here. Maybe if they somehow go on sale or something, which I doubt that'll happen. But yeah, he is a really awesome figure. Very, very big and beefy, of course. The bendy tail is quite a nice addition, and it does have some articulation to it. Just like I've been saying in these videos, I would highly, highly suggest heating up all of these figures really, really well. He has got this fantastic mouth that opens and closes. Oh, mine doesn't really want to stay closed. I didn't realize that. I guess maybe I kept it open for too long. But that's okay, because I like having him displayed with his mouth open anyway. Head is on a nice, I guess it's a ball joint, and he can look kind of up and forward, or then it can go way down. So really, really good articulation on the head and neck. Shoulders, now people have been having issues, I think, with the shoulder joints, either breaking immediately or breaking out of package, so you'll want to be careful with that. He does go up and down at the torso. Now, I put one of his grenades on his bandolier. That was not like that in the packaging, but I wanted him to have one of his grenades on his little bandolier there. Be careful with the hip joints, because they do feel a little bit kind of not fragile, but just it's a NECA figure. I don't think I need to say any more than that. I think the knees are just single jointed knees, and then he's got these big old dinosaur feet. I would say the head and the tail are probably the most fun in terms of the articulation. Now, as you can see, I have both of his weapon holding hands on him for his, trademark Triceraton blaster gun and his really, really awesome knife. And you can just tell this guy means business. He is ready for battle, ready to go to war with Earth, with the turtles, with everybody. And he is a really, really cool figure. I actually don't have any of the other NECA Triceratons. And now that I think about it, I meant to go get the Playmates Triceraton. I'm curious about how that'll look. So I'll be right back. All right, so here is the Playmates Triceraton, and I thought maybe he could work as like a soldier. I don't know. I think the style might be a little off. Like, it's not so much the size. Like, obviously, this is much smaller, but I thought this could work as just like some, random soldier. Plus, these are a lot cheaper, a lot easier to get. You can make like a little small army. So maybe you can have, a few of these kind of flanking this guy. Obviously, this is the one in charge. This is the general, and then you can have a few of these as like little soldiers. So that could maybe work. I'm kind of like 50-50 on it. I'm not sure. But I don't have any of the other NECA Triceratons. I've been thinking about maybe getting a couple of them now. If I can find some, somewhere for like really cheap, maybe even ones that aren't complete, maybe ones that are missing weapons or something. Just, to kind of maybe have a little bit of a Triceraton army. Not that I really have the space for that, but I just think that that would be kind of cool to have, just a small army of Triceratons. I think that that would be fun. But Zog here has plenty of extra hands, if you were wondering. Let's see. We have got it's hard to hold two of them in one hand like I've been doing here. Here we go. So there's his fist. He's got two big old fists. And then he's got like this open hand, which is like pretty small, like a small opening. And then this one is an open hand, but it's super, super tiny. Like it's basically a fist. So he does have these kind of multiple hands. And then he has these kind of like open, like reaching out to grab you hands. These are really, really cool, but I just really wanted him holding both of his weapons. I just think he looks a lot cooler and more formidable holding onto those weapons. So there you go. There's Triceraton Zog with one of the Playmates Triceratons. Yeah, I think that could maybe work. Maybe I'll get one more of these and have two. We'll see. I'm gonna continue to think about that. So next up is Jagwar. And I was so excited to find this figure. I already talked about it in last week's video, just how special the Archie Comics, TMNT Adventures comics, from the 90s were to me. They just had kind of a special memory, special place in my heart. If you did not watch last week's episode, you can watch it. I'm not going to rehash that about just kind of what it means to me. I never really read the stories as a kid. The stories were actually not great for kids to be reading, which is weird because, the artwork and everything would obviously attract kids, but it was pretty violent, pretty awful, what happens to them in the comics. So I would just basically look at the pictures as a kid. I would look through those comics and just kind of look at the pictures and kind of make up the stories myself. Of course, as a kid, I thought that, these were all just other mutants. I just kind of made it equal to the cartoon in my mind. So, I just figured, Jagwar's just a Jaguar mutant and he's, friends with the turtles and, they're this other team called the Mutanimals. But this figure is absolutely fantastic. I mean, the face sculpt, the paint, the details. He has a bendy wire tail that has some articulation to it. Just the colors, the green and the orange. This figure is beautiful. He is just really, really awesome figure. And, just having him pose just in a pretty static, basic pose, that's really all you need. But he comes with tons and tons of accessories as well. So here is his alternate head. I love this one too. And honestly, I kind of want two so I can have both heads, but I'm not going to do that. That's so unnecessary. But I mean, I got to thinking, if I got another one of these figures and maybe took off all of the leaves and then just put this head on, I'd have just a naked version, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. That's just so unnecessary. But both of these heads are really, really great. Then we've got two gripping hands. There they are. And of course, two fists. There they are. And then just some wacky, wacky accessories here. They are really, really fantastic. We've got a campfire, which you can use this anywhere. This is great. Basket of fruit. And the fish on the spear. And honestly, I can't remember if he came with this or if it was Man Ray. And then we've got baby Jagwar in his little thing. So just a really, really fantastic figure. Love Jagwar. Just I want all of these. I hope they make a Leatherhead and a Mondo Gecko and a Wingnut, because I want all the Mutanimals from the Archie Comics. They are fantastic. And then let's look at the figure from Haulathon that I like even more than Jagwar here. All right, so here is Man Ray out of the packaging, and wow, what an impressive action figure he is. So as you can see, I already have him posed with his gun, and he just, the colors on him, the blue and the yellow just really pop together. It's really, really awesome. You know, his posability is a little bit limited. You know, he still has you know, the double knees, double elbows, but you know, his fin on the back of him and this big old tail, which actually is pretty easy getting the tail on. I just heated everything up really, really good. You know, it just kind of limits him a little bit. You can't spin his, you know, arms around or anything, but that's not what he's for. Like, he's just there to look super, super awesome. You can see that the trigger finger kind of sort of works there in the gun, but he just looks absolutely amazing. He is a beautiful, very well done figure. Here is his alternate head sculpt, which is also really, really great. So you can just kind of imagine. It was a hard decision which one to use. I looked at both of them for quite a while, and it was hard. It was definitely a hard decision for sure. And then, you know, here's all of his alternate hands. He has 2 fists, a couple open displayed hands, and a couple gripping hands. So there you go. There's his alternate hands. And then, of course, he comes with his little buddy. So what is this guy's name again? Like Blub Blub, or yeah, tragic Mighty Mutanimals story. And then he's got this awesome little sea turtle, which is just great. Just love all these little turtles that we get in various, you know, TMNT lines. And then, of course, the most important comparison is to take a look at him next to the Super 7 Ray Fillet. And as you can see, they look like they could be, I don't know what, cousins maybe? Definitely not quite brothers. You know, maybe they're from a different ocean, but they still look pretty cool together. I mean, you know, just 2 different iterations of the same character, essentially. And here, if you want to see, you know, these 2 guys next to each other. But yeah, like, just they're both great. I mean, a lot of us love Ray Fillet and Man Ray from the Archie Comics. And yeah, just a really, really great figure. I'm so happy to have the Mighty Mutanimals coming out. I really, really hope they make Leatherhead and Mondo Gecko really soon, because those are my 2, you know, favorites. Yeah, we'll see. Now let's take a look at somebody else, shall we? And yes, a surprise addition to this review video, because I also have Dreadmon. I actually was able to get this in a trade. I went to one of my local Targets a couple days ago, and I found an accessory set, which I know that, you know, I'm probably going to get blasted for this, but I just really didn't need that accessory set. I thought the baby turtles were definitely cute, but I really didn't need it. I mean, maybe if it was like 30 or 40 bucks, I would go for it. But I just thought, you know, I really just don't need this for my collection. I don't need the parts for a display. But I found it. I knew lots and lots of people really, really wanted it. So I actually found somebody online to do a trade with me. And then they gave me some money towards it, because obviously Dreadmon is only $35 and the accessory pack is $60. But we just did an even trade. You know, they paid me the remaining amount of money, and now I have my Dreadmon figure as well. So we are going to get him unboxed, and we're going to add him to this review of the other Archie Comics Mutanimals. So there he is in the packaging. He looks fantastic. I am so excited about this figure. I thought that Man Ray would be my favorite, but I am thinking more and more that it's going to be Dreadmon. I love, wolf and dog characters. I guess I always thought that he was like a jackal, but he's actually a red wolf. I looked it up online, and he is actually a red wolf from South Africa. And then he escaped to Jamaica with his mother. So how about that? I am very excited to have Dreadmon in my collection. I'm glad it worked out that I could do a trade with somebody who really wanted the accessory set. It's nice to be able to help somebody out and get the thing that you want. So fantastic. So yeah, let's get this guy open and check him out alongside the other Mutanimals. All right, and here is Dreadmon out of the packaging, and boy, oh boy, does he look great. Again, super excited to have this figure. It worked out so great. And yeah, the paint on him is really, really nicely done. Of course, his mouth is articulated, so it opens. Now his head, because of his crazy huge hair, that's going to be really limited. So, you can only really kind of move it kind of back and forth a little. The arms are pretty good though. Not sure if they're double jointed arms, but they move pretty freely. I'm pretty happy with the articulation on him. He seems to probably be the, I don't know if he's the best of the three, but he definitely moves around more than the Man Ray. His tail definitely moves around pretty good. Now, his legs were very challenging because as you can see, he has like these dog legs, right? Because he is a red wolf, as we found out earlier. So getting these legs just right, it was a challenge, right? So double knees, but then he also has like the ankle, the dog ankle articulation. I mean, there's nothing more to really say. So in order to get him to stand up correctly, you have to kind of stand him, in that kind of certain way. Once you get it, you're good. It's just you have to get it just right in order to get him to stand. But once you get him in that correct position, I mean, man, he looks awesome. Like he's just such a, here we go with this word, a toyetic character. Like he is so awesome as a figure. Like he just looks great. He comes with tons of accessories here. This one's kind of sad. He comes with a headstone. So that's a little, well, it's really sad actually, but he comes with this thing, which honestly, I don't know what this is. I've already told you guys about my Archie Comics background. I guess it's a jar or a can. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will let me know. A basket of worms with some fruit. So that's lovely. A couple bananas. So there's a closed up banana and there's an open banana. So these are cute. I mean, I don't think I'll use it for him, but I'm sure I'll find some, monkey or ape characters to use these bananas on. So those are cute. I mean, those are cool little accessories. This little worm maggot creature that I can't remember the name of right now. It's some kind of larvae of some kind of, I think, alien creature. I can't remember. Yes, I could have looked it up, but it's all right. You guys will be fine. A few extra hands here. I don't think not quite as many as Man Ray, but that's fine because he has a lot, of accessories. So we got a couple fists. And we've got two gripping hands. And then I just left the open kind of displayed hands on him because I like those the best. I don't need him holding anything. I just want him to have his clawed, wolf hands. And then this was neat. I didn't realize he came with this, but he comes with this alternate piece to give him a different set of eyes. I kind of like the wacky eyes that are on him. I haven't tried to switch these out yet, and I'm not going to do it right now because I don't have my hairdryer close by, but I'm going to try to hold him just so you can imagine him. I just like these eyes that are on him, obviously. I mean, I think they're awesome. But that's cool that he comes with alternate eyes. I mean, I didn't even realize that he came with that. So there you go. There is Dreadmon, and he is a beautiful, beautiful action figure. I really, at this point, I could have said hands down that Man Ray would be my favorite, but now I really could not tell you who my favorite is from this line, because I love all of them. I love all of them for different reasons. Dreadmon might be my favorite just because of how unique he is and because I just love, you know, wolf and dog characters. But yeah, like, man, these guys, they look awesome. So there you go. There are our mighty Mutanimals that we have from NECA so far. And what a beautiful, colorful set of figures. I can't wait to get more. They are going to look amazing. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Can't forget about Slash. So, well, now it's getting a little too crowded here, but yeah, almost forgot about good old Slash because he came out so long ago. But yeah, Slash is part of this group too. So there is Slash. And now those are our ranks so far with the Mighty Mutanimals. And I can't wait to get more. So let me know your thoughts. Feel free to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching my TMNT Haulathon craziness.